Welcome, everyone, to another practice of Yoga Nidra. This is a guided rest meditation technique. It's breath and body-centric. There's many different types of guided rest and Yoga Nidra available. So this one is a little different. We're not going to take you on a journey to outer space. There's not going to be any long periods of silence. The whole session will be my guiding you with guided meditation techniques, kind of one after the other to fill a space of just about 40 minutes. Yoga Nidra is sometimes called conscious sleep. It's a state of consciousness that we are aiming for, so to speak, between sleep and wakefulness. There's a unique combination of mental states that you can achieve between alert awareness and deep bodily relaxation. So the practitioner, that's you, is asked to remain awake and aware as often and as long as possible, mindful of and attentive to your own bodily sensations in order to pair them with opposite polarities of sensations. And I'll announce throughout the meditation when and in what ways we are attempting to achieve that. So some really quick tips, maybe option to lower or turn off your lights, silence your phones. If you have the option and the freedom, maybe shut your door so children and pets and other people or noises don't disturb you as often. If you have to get up, go to the bathroom, or if you fall asleep, or if your leg starts to fall asleep, that's no big deal. It's still effective if you fall asleep. It's still effective if you have to move and readjust something. And I do encourage you to keep yourself as comfortable as possible throughout the entire meditation. There really is no need to push through pain or uncomfortability. It will only serve as a distraction that you don't need. So please keep yourself at ease as often as possible. It is said that even ineffective, lots of movement, lots of distractions, but 30 minutes of Yoga Nidra has been seen as equivalent to about 2 hours of deep sleep. So it's our goal here to just allow you to rest as we guide your mind through different meditations. So please get as comfortable as you can. Normally we would have props in a studio. So if you're in your home or in a different setting than a yoga studio, use whatever gear, chairs, couches, the floor, mats, pillows, blankets that you need to get yourself as comfortable as possible. I highly recommend, if it's available to your body, that you lie down with a pillow under your knees. Toes and fingers might be covered with a clothing or a blanket, something lightweight but dark over your eyes, not putting too much pressure on your eyelids, and setting yourself up in a quiet and dark and warm space. And maybe even just keeping a blanket nearby in case you do get cold later. Don't worry about everything being perfect. Just remind yourself that Yoga Nidra isn't something that you do necessarily, it's something you feel. And this is called a practice because it's not perfect. So allow yourself to approach today's meditation with lightheartedness and curiosity. Don't be too serious or judgmental about yourself, especially if you don't get it right away or like you normally do if you practiced often. And start to become aware of the room that you're in just by noticing shapes and colors. Become aware of the floor and the ceiling and the walls around you. Notice the lights and the shadows in the room with you, even if your eyes are shut. Notice the other people or objects in the room with you. Notice the other noises in the space with you. Maybe start with the noises you hear furthest away from your body, even outside the room. And then notice the noises that are inside the room with you, but still far away. And then notice the noises directly around your body. Maybe they're coming from your own body, like you're breathing. And start to sense your own personal bubble. Notice where the air is touching your skin versus where clothing is covering your skin. See if you can detect a difference there by sensing pressure or temperature or a texture of your clothing. Notice the weight of your body on whatever's holding you up right now. See if you can get 1% heavier in those places. And then without changing anything, bring awareness to your breathing body, all the parts of you that are moving and changing and creating sensation just from your passive breath entering and exiting your body. Don't try to control your breath. Don't change it in any way. Just observe the sensations you detect as you breathe naturally. And then, if you wish, you might choose to engage with your breathing a little more intentionally by breathing in lower and deeper into your belly than you normally do, preferably breathing in through your nose, but through the mouth is okay. And then breathing out a little longer and slower than you typically do. That could be through the nose or the mouth. It might make a sound, it might produce a texture or some other sensation. Don't force it, just allow the breath to become deeper and fuller here. Noticing in particular the belly and the sides of your waist and your low back as you breathe in lower and deeper than normal. And taking note of the places where you sense your exhale as it lengthens. Is it tickling your nose or your throat? Do you feel it more in your chest or your belly? How does it present for you today? There's no right or wrong answer. And then return to your natural passive breath and bring awareness to your emotional body, that part of you that's deep and internal. Notice any feelings or emotions you have brought to class with you today. Again, nothing that you find is wrong or right. They're just there. And every part of you is welcome in my class. If you find an emotion today, notice if you are telling yourself a story about how you got to feel that emotion, whether it's good or bad, what you should have done about it or could do about it. And instead of attaching in that way and judging yourself, just acknowledge the emotion as part of who you are. It might change. It might be there waiting for you when class is over, but see if you can set it aside somewhere in your mind, and you can always return to it if you think you need to revisit. Next, let's set our intentions. There are three parts to setting an intention for Yoga Nidra, and I'll explain each part. And the first is to set your heartfelt desire. What is it that you truly want out of your life right now? Think big picture, huge change. What is it that you want? Do you wish to feel healthy or well again? Do you want mental peace or clarity, spiritual enlightenment, anything? Take a moment to choose what one heartfelt desire you might focus on today. And then imagine what it would feel like in your body and your mind and your soul if that was already true about you. Now formulate in your mind one short, positive, present tense statement. So if your heartfelt desire was, I wish to feel healthy and well, your sankalpa, your short, positive, present tense statement would read in your mind, I am healthy and I feel well. Repeat your sankalpa to yourself 3 times as if it's already true. Good. And next, set your intention for this specific session or practice. So, what do you want to commit to just for now, just for today or this class? Let it be small and easy. Maybe today you just want to stay awake the whole time. Maybe you're working on letting go of a certain feeling you had before class. And again, practice sensing this intention as if it's already true. You've already accomplished it. What would it feel like to sense that change in your body and your mind now? Even if you don't know what that feels like, imagine what it might feel like if you could feel that way. Good. And finally, bring to mind your inner resource. That's that sanctuary in your mind, real or imagined, where you can experience peace and safety and well-being. I encourage you to avoid using a certain person or animal. Focus on a place, somewhere that makes you feel like you can totally be yourself. Notice everything about this place in your mind, how it looks, how it smells, how it sounds, how it tastes, how it feels for your body to be there. And remind yourself that at any point during this class or outside of class, you always have the option of returning there in your mind. It's just one thought away. Good. Now let go of that. We'll begin moving away from intentions and into the different practices now of Yoga Nidra. For each section, I'll announce that we have arrived to a new practice. I'll explain how it works, maybe even demonstrate. And then I'll invite you to practice as well. But as everything else in my class and in my meditations, everything is optional. If you ever need to return to your inner resource or simply to focus on your breath, you always have that choice. And you should never feel bad about taking that choice. So first, let's practice a breath awareness technique. Begin Again, just by noticing your natural breath without changing anything or judging how it feels or how it sounds or how it might look. Notice your breath coming in and out of your body again, just natural. Remind yourself as you're noticing your breath that your lungs are 360 and breathing is a 360-degree experience. So you might focus on the front of your breathing body and also the sides of your breathing body and also the back of your breathing body. Notice where you feel it the most. Maybe that surprised you. And then if you choose, we'll practice a guided breath awareness technique. This one is simple. It just involves counting. So we will begin by counting the breath, which is one inhale and one exhale as one round, starting with the number 27, moving backwards in your mind until you hit 0 or forget what you're doing. In either case, you simply restart. Like this. Inhale, exhale, 27. Inhale, exhale, 26. And on and on. Begin this practice now in silence for 5 minutes. I will let you know each minute that's passed, and I will let you know when it is over. Starting now. One minute has passed. If you've become distracted, that's okay. Just acknowledge that. Bring your awareness back to your breath as you continue. Another minute has passed. Bring your awareness back to your body and your breath over and over. Another minute is passing. You're over halfway there. One minute left. Good. Now let go of that. For a moment, take notice of anything that is left over from that practice, either in your body or in the way you're breathing, maybe the way you're thinking or feeling. Remember, at any time, you always have the option to return to your inner resource. Next, we will move on to a body scan meditation. If you've never practiced before, it's simple. I will name a part of your body, and you will bring your awareness and attention to that part of your body as often and as completely as you can. It's normal to be distracted by sensations and thoughts. So when you notice that happening, just acknowledge that it's happened and bring your awareness to the part of your body that I'm mentioning next. Let's begin. Bring all of your awareness and attention now just to your right big toe. You don't have to move it or look for anything in particular. Just be aware of what is there or not there. And then notice your right second toe, right third toe, right fourth toe, right pinky toe. Notice all of the toes together. Bring awareness to the bottom of your right foot, top of your right foot. Notice your right ankle, the outside and the inside. Notice your right lower leg. Notice your right knee. Notice your right upper leg. Notice your whole right leg together. Notice your left big toe. left second toe, left third toe, left fourth toe, left pinky toe. Notice all the left toes together. Notice the bottom of your left foot, the top of your left foot. Notice your left ankle. Notice your left lower leg. Notice your left knee, the outside and the inside. Notice your left upper leg. Become aware of your whole left leg together as one big piece. Notice both of your hips. Notice your buttocks. Notice your pelvis. Notice your low belly. Notice your low back. Bring awareness to the sides of your waist. Notice your upper back. Notice your chest. Sense both of your shoulders. Become aware of your whole torso together, front and back, side to side. Breathing in and out. Just notice the torso as one big piece. Notice your right upper arm. Notice your right elbow. Notice your right lower arm. Notice your right wrist. Notice the back of your hand. Notice the palm of your hand. Notice your right thumb. First finger. Second finger. Third finger. Pinky finger. Notice all the fingers together on the right hand. Notice the spaces between your fingertips. Notice your whole right arm together as one piece. Notice your left upper arm. Notice your left elbow. Notice your left lower arm and your left wrist. Notice the back of your hand. Notice the palm of your hand. Notice your left thumb. First finger. Second finger. Third finger. Pinky finger. Notice all the fingertips together. Notice the spaces between your fingertips. Notice the whole left arm as one big piece. Notice the front of your throat. Notice the back of your neck, the back of your head, and the top of your head. Notice your forehead. Notice your temples. Notice your ears. Notice your cheeks. Notice your jaw. Notice your chin. Notice your lips. Notice your teeth. Notice your tongue. Notice your nose. Right eyelid. Left eyelid. Right eyebrow. Left eyebrow. Notice the space between your eyebrows. Now practice noticing your whole body together as one big piece. Good. Now let go of that. Notice anything left over from the body scan portion of your practice. Next, we will practice the cultivation of opposites. Cultivating sensations of opposites is very important in building resiliency and new neural pathways in your brain. This part of the practice helps you notice the true spectrum of life in every situation or sensation or feeling, and the choices we have about what we feel. All I'll do is name pairs of opposites, and you do your best to bring those sensations to your mind, whether you actually feel it or not. First, bring to mind the sensation of being cold. Then bring to mind the sensation of being warm or hot. Now imagine feeling both, cold and hot at the same time. Bring to mind the sensation of feeling heavy. Bring to mind the sensation of feeling lightweight. Now practice feeling both, heavy and light at the same time. Bring to mind the sensation of feeling tension. Bring to mind the sensation of feeling ease. Now practice feeling both, tension and ease at the same time. Good. Now let go of that. Take a moment to notice anything left over from this part of your practice. No reaction is good or bad. It's just something to be aware of. For the next 5 minutes, we will begin to exit this practice. We will come out in the reverse order that we came in. First, bring to mind once more your inner resource. Next, bring to mind your heartfelt desire, your sankalpa. Repeat your short, positive, present tense phrase to yourself again 3 times, as if it's already happened. Good. Return your awareness to your body. In particular, noticing where you feel heavy, where your body is in contact with something underneath you. Without changing anything, just notice your breath again, coming in and out naturally, passively. Allow your breath to deepen and become more awake. And before you open your eyes or move or change anything, just remember the room that you're in. Remember the colors and the shapes, the lights and the shadows, the objects, maybe the other people. And then carefully start to wiggle your fingers and your toes so your body can become more awake as well. And that might turn into something bigger. You might want to roll your wrists and your ankles or stretch. Anything that feels natural or necessary here is a good idea. So listen to that gut instinct, even if it's something I didn't mention. If you haven't already, find a tall spine to close class. Reach through your tail and through your crown to find as much length as possible. And I'll invite you to bring your hands together either in Anjali Mudra in a prayer-like position with the thumbs pressing into the center of your chest, or you might stack your hands there or do anything else that feels comfortable to you. And look down or bow down to your heart and your hands. My teacher Libby says that this is your bowing down to the wisdom below the brain in the body. It's in gratitude of yourself. Give yourself a sincere thank you just for carving out time to practice. That's not always easy, and it's especially not easy to show up. Everything else was just practice. and remind yourself that you have a body, but you are not just your body. You have a mind, but you're not just your thoughts. And you have emotions, but you're not just your feelings. When you're ready, your hands can come down, let your eyes flutter open and up. Class is over. Thank you all so much.